Damn. There. Boom. You are first, Exodus. Welcome. Good to see you. I still got my blunt rolled from earlier. I took a little nap because I was getting kind of tired. I'm sure everybody noticed. I was just like, I'm getting sleepy. So I just got off for a little bit and took a little nap so I could be wide awake for you guys and come back. Because, you know, yeah, I was like, nah, we can't fall asleep on live. That's not gonna happen. I know, I was like catching myself so that way I wouldn't fall asleep for real. Luckily. I would have had people legit mad at me. But I get it, because people get on here and they talk mad shit and like they think you're on drugs or just, you know, whatever, because people are ruthless and don't fucking care what they say, and you know how it be. Hey, what, baby?
I'm hungry.
What do you want, baby? You want a banana?
I want an apple.
You want an apple? Get one.
Sliced with no peel.
Well, I can't help the peel. I can help with the slice.
Yeah, you know I love when it's sliced, so it's easier to eat.
Yeah, Mommy got you.
Also, so my teeth don't get hurt.
Yeah, does it hurt your teeth when you bite into an apple?
Yeah.
It does. What's where you know, we gotta get to the dentist too.
That's obviously because my grown-up teeth start coming in.
That's exactly what it is. We have your apple. Okay, let Mommy find something to cut it up on and we'll be good to go. Ooh la la, what's the vibe, pussy boy? I'm just gonna empty this and put it in the rinse. That's just because.
Mom,
What?
only how did I get birthed to a YouTuber?
How'd you get birthed to a YouTuber? I don't know, honey.
How did you get birthed to me when you're a YouTuber? Like I literally just got birthed from a YouTuber.
You did, yeah.
Like literally, when did you even start YouTube? Was it before I was even born?
No, well, I did streams on this website called YouNow.
Oh.
And I was a partner there for a little while and did streams with somebody I know.
So that was your first time ever making a video?
Yeah, that was my first time ever making content. Hang on, guys, and I'll be right back. I'm just putting him up an apple real quick.
Why do you always make videos but it's not on YouTube?
Oh, that was before. They are on YouTube now.
Okay, but why are you going and filming videos like you're never on the app on YouTube?
I am, though.
Yeah, you are. Why are you literally when you're streaming, you don't use the app?
I do use the app, honey. I'm using the YouTube app right now, honey.
So you're using the YouTube app to film a video.
Yes, I am. Here's your apple.
I never that.
Here. Cut up your slices. Okay, his apple slices are cut up. Your girl's back. Sorry about that. All we have are lurkers. People are cool, but it's fine. Ooh la la, what's the vibe, pussy boy? Thank you, Exodus. Take labs just because nobody's gonna come. We have more lurkers than we have anything. Like, people just be lurking. They don't be wanting to chat with me. They just want to watch me and shit. Okay, boom, take lives just because. No, I do thank you, Exodus, because at least you're here. You're here to chat with. You're here to talk to and shit. Brothers Nights, it's just you, Exodus, and you just sit here chatting with me. And it's just me and you. Like, it really helps me. Like, it's support, and it means a lot. And lingering my belly button. Oh, sorry. Never mind. That's what real motherfuckers are for, fingering. Yeah. What's the word? Sweetie pies and honey bunches. What's up, Chicago? Ooh la la, what's the vibe, pussy boy? Vibes just because I'm on fire from the drugs. She get off on my nut. She gon' keep doing it till she cry. Got my face tatted on her thigh. Motherfucker from the fight. Every sucker when you got. Pretty eye gang up in this. Oh, facts. Bruh, you guys really are pretty. I'm fucking daddy, and I'll see y'all in a second. Keys so Fleetwood Caddy, push the start to 9/11. These bitches crazy, and they always trying to dig me, trying to see me. It's all because I suck her titties like a baby. Who's the other person who liked this shit? Knock the piss out of pussy boy trust. Not the 40, let it bust. I put Fenty on her toes, she put Fenty in my cup. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with any of these motherfuckers. Your side. She a 9 personality borderline. She tried to stand me up, but I dicked her down and bent her spine. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I've low-key wondered if I have borderline personality disorder. Just because I feel things so fucking deeply. And it's like I don't have like this stereotypical like I don't know, things they go through and like do and think and shit. I don't have that, but like the way that I fucking feel shit so deeply makes so much sense. Cause like good things hit hard, bad things hit hard, and like but I've really wondered, and I talked to my doctor about it a few years ago, and they were just like, no, I don't think that's. You wear it too for real. I do. It's bad. I don't know. Maybe it's a blue hair thing. Because, like, most people are like, oh, every girl with blue hairs. Can I slide into... Can I slide it in... Can I slide? Cannot. Pick up on it all the time. Yeah, if you know me, you can kind of pick up on it. But a lot of people just come in here when I'm in a legit, genuine mood, and they're like, "Oh, are you sad?" Like today, some shit was going on, and like I was a little sad and depressed, and then I was trying to stream and get my mind off shit, and then motherfuckers are just like, "Yo, why are you sad?" Like I'm just trying to be happy. Shut up. This is how I cheer myself up. I get this shit popping. But the issue today is getting pushed to Monday. So it's gonna still be bad. It's just getting the bad things are getting pushed. That makes any sense. What is not on my lip? It's bad decisions and alcohol. Unfortunately, I might pick up drinking again. Yeah, I haven't drank in 7 years. We're back, Johnny boy. Yeah, I can't drink like I did in my teens. I do have a boyfriend. Bro, he's the only one here that I'm talking to right now. I do have a boyfriend. I don't like anyone else. I love my boyfriend. So don't start stupid shit like that. You can get hidden real fucking fast. I don't even see how it would seem that way. We're just sitting here fucking talking. Deadass, you're like the only mod here. You're the only person in here. Do they want me to just ignore you? Like, I'm gonna have conversation with people. Just because I talk to people doesn't mean I like them. Sorry, my boyfriend's not here right now. He's asleep. That doesn't mean I'm fucking around. Where's my grinder? Bro, I don't know where I put my shit. How do weed fall on my grinder? What's my country name? I don't have a country name. I mean, that's not really true. I live in a walls. What, Johnny? I do have a boyfriend. We just obviously don't live together. It's long distance. Oh, what's my country's name? I thought you were asking what. Jesus Christ. My name's Ashley. Oh, my name's Ashley and I live in the United States. There we go. Jesus. Dude, I said my name in front of my country. Goddamn. People are just annoying. What did you name her? My country? I got you. I thought you lived in J-Man's well, so you moved on? Oh, sorry, I must like Johnny boy. I'm talking to him. Sorry. Holy shit. For the record, no, I don't. Oh, gosh. Where'd my lipstick go? There it is. Named her something masculine, I bet. For sure. Like Bertha or some shit. It's so feminine, but masculine as fuck. Sorry to all the Berthas out there. But you know you hate your name. You know you do. So I don't know. I've never seen The Last of Us show, but I played the video game. And that's why I won't watch the show. Because I don't think the people that... This is going to suck for me to say out loud. But I don't... Because y'all will judge me for this. Because a lot of people like the show. But it doesn't equal the video game at all whatsoever. Like, there's like... I've heard that Joel's death, when Ellie has to kill him, is nothing like it is in the book. The video game. Ignore me. It's late. I just called my country Ashley, so don't. The video book, yeah. What a shade of lipstick. What's the, are you asking what the shade is, or? Yeah, it's cute as fuck. So now you speak English. Right. A little weird, but hey. That's cute. I'll take it. I'm from the Canada.
Fuck a bodyguard. I take charge, stomp him like a yard. Run up in his trap and tell this shit to sharks. Same thing that she did with my heart. Goddamn, not another.
Never seen Squid Games either. I don't be watching TV. You really sound, like, I do YouTube, but I don't have time for TV. And I'm a solo mom. Only the hub, yeah. I only be watching Pornhub. Actually, I don't watch Pornhub. I'm on Pornhub. Kidding again. I'm not on Pornhub. You'll never find me there. I shouldn't even make jokes like that. Y'all are gonna try to find me on there. There's no OF, so don't ask about that. Either. Aggress the least hours the internet. That's what everyone's doing right now. That's why you were late, because you were trying to find me on the hub. Or an OnlyFans account. I'm sorry, they don't. It doesn't exist. I know that's not what you meant, dude. I'm just fucking with you. Here's this fucking song. I wish Eric was on. I was late because Ash was asleep. Yeah, that's true. Starlight, moonlight, show our tattoo on neck. Why do my teeth look like vampire teeth? Like even my bottom canines. Yeah, where are you from? Smith and Wesson, no. You know, guys, I've realized some people, their canines like this aren't pointy. They're like this. I don't understand it. Why is that? Is that like, I don't know. It's from India. I'm not surprised. Sean B. That's my Dad X homegirl. Hey, Jim. Good to see you. Now I'm playing Dad X just for you, dog. That's what's good. I like his new song, Rat Race. That shit's fire. Oh shit, my computer's gonna die. She said, Sean. I was like, huh? Why is your name Sean? Sean Body once told me the world. My son is calling. That was comedic gold, bro. I love you. That was so good. For a 6-year-old, he's fucking smart, bro. That was funny as fuck. Instead of saying somebody, I heard me say Sean, and he's like, Sean Body once told me the world was God. He just Shrek'd me, bro. Sure, you Shrek'd me. That was hilarious. All the songs hit every motherfucking one. I'm out with the bad bitch. That was cute as fuck. Die on some sad shit. Better than Rickrolling you. So true. I used to hate that shit. Or the Darude Sandstorm. That shit's funny too. In this life, it's a rat race. Hating on you, I slow. No, I can't listen. I can't. I don't do song requests. Thank you, Sean. You're on a roll with the bad bitch. She been on the back doing cocaine. I don't wanna die with some sad shit. No. Ask me if I'm okay. Only when I'm rolling up weed in the fast lane. Locked down in a bad way, but it's so cool. It's like it's a rat race. So, I think I'm in love. Feel like 7 foot flow. Fire. Let's go to his channel. I fucking love his Dad X so bad. His shit's always just been so good. Like, I don't know. There's shit I still haven't heard from him.
So Glitch made the hardest game on mobile.
I listened to 28. I listened to the song when I was 28. Because it was released 2 years ago, like right before I turned 28. Because I turned 28 last year. July. Or not last year. Last year was, you get it. I'm 29 now, about to be 30. She's taking me. I think he knows that. Now maybe I'm so high. He lives like 6 hours from you. I'm so salty. Can't sleep unless I'm fucked up, blacked out. Create a ring. It's hard.
be drastic, yeah, that's what made me. I don't wanna fall apart, but I'm always breaking. No, I lost my mind some time ago, I had to face it.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to hold my breath like that for a super long time. I'm trying to blow him. Ouch. Yes. Happy late birthday. Again. Fuck me up, I still got love for her for sure. I'ma be the bigger man, cause that's the only thing I know. You got me moving so, Hi, Nick. Again. Eyes are watering.
I've been up to drugs, I cannot sleep. Your bitch on my line, get up off me. Hate it when they flex, cause they talk cheap. I've been moving slow, like a zombie. Try out serving fiends, like it's Walgreens.
I'll put this one inside. Yeah, he's in North Cal. XXXTurnation. Yeah, I'm a fan of XXX Tentacion. I was just playing Moonlight earlier. I always love going and doing his woes because he's like, whoa. Can't stand it's fire. Shawty says she loved me, but she do not know what love like. His bars are fire. I know, but he's so fucking thin now, dude. It's weird, but it's like he's the addict now. Like, he looked healthier before. That's what makes me wonder, dog. Yeah, XXXTurnation. What in tarnation? He's sick. Nah, in this video, he was maybe like 180 pushing. There's no way he lost 100 hundo. He wasn't thick like that. He was never thick like that. We're talking about Lil Dad X, dude. Well, Dad X. He don't go by Lil Dad X anymore, but he's forever Lil Dad X, okay? His Dexter tattoo will forever go so goddamn hard, man. So No Jumper pushed him. Yeah, he wasn't that fat. He wasn't that big. But he dead ass lost like at least 50. For sure. For sure, for sure. Deals. We got deals.
If you need deals, best jewelry in town. Come on down to Dad's Jewelry.
I don't know. Google it, Jim. Let me know.
You want the best prices in?
Let me know. I'm curious. Google knows everything. I don't know how tall he is. I promise. I wish I could find info about me on Google. That'd be so cool, but I can't. I've tried. I gave her my house. She left it cold with my new bitch. They don't even have me on the websites for YouTubers yet. And they have people smaller than me. But I think someone has to add you. I've been talking reckless because I'm popping pills. I do fuck with Ghostman. I used to fuck with him a lot more than I do now, though. Same with Puya. Wanna feel her touch on the way I'm running. I replaced my heart with drugs, so I'm always numb. But the Percocet and Moxie helped me get through what it was, and damn, I just wanna feel the way she fucked me up again. She knew what's what. They want me just to fall asleep and not wake up again. but I'ma bounce back. Small talk, show me where your mouth at. She want big drums, she want me to pound that. When I pull up, she run up and hop right in. Understand that stuff I'm trying to live. Float away and not look back again. Nothing I don't know, but I've been clueless. I gave her my heart, she left it cold with my new bitch. But if she do, I got one just like her sitting back at home. Oh no, baby, till I take this silently, I'm for real. This guy right here is Dad X, Nick. Go look him up, you'll love him. Listen to I recommend listening to Crash My Whip and Freezing. Those are like they're two pretty big ones. Love lockdown, but my new bitch got a bag today. Oh, and Frostbite. Yeah, we gonna put you on. Me and Jim's gonna put you on, dude. He's fire. Nah, I don't really fuck with her. Broken heart after I break up. See, I am a female artist, so I don't really fuck with other female artists. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I just have I just don't fuck with their flows, their voices. Like, it's just not for me. Like, I fuck with dudes. Dude music. I like that trap shit. That trap rap. I don't know who that is, Nick. Just go check out Dad X, bro. Yeah, females just don't hit the same. Like, I like Halsey. But, like, that's it. I don't really fuck with females. Artists like that. I don't even really fuck with females in general. Nah, Mario Judah trash, in my opinion. Yeah, I probably wouldn't fuck with him either. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I'm pretty picky when it comes to shit. And Jim, you and I fuck with all the same people, it seems. So... He's respectfully trash. I Miss Lil Sky is heavy. I know he still releases shit, but it's just never gonna be the same. Ever. And it's unfortunate. Yeah, we actually have the exact same music choices, it seems like. Lil Sky still goes hard, but he's just not... His shit's just not hitting like it used to. This disrespected the fuck out of you. Yeah, I love it. I do the same shit. Most people, like... Stephen Moses, fucking fire. I was about to put Nick on to him too. Sure do. I'm about to struggle. I don't really fuck with you. I never got into Yeet, really. This magic. All we got, we gon' let you niggas have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have shit? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to trapping. You say that you proud of me, I turn my... Okay, I'm over it. I don't know which Stephen Mosa songs get me bans on YouTube, because a couple of them get my stream shut down. So if these shut my stream down, I'm hopping on another one right away, okay, y'all? Did even do shit? I just caught a new bitch. Yeah, I gotta have a few different merch designs. I don't know what I'm doing, think I'm about to lose it. Although we're back on my... Yes, this is one of my favorite songs by him. Or in general. Yeah, it's true. I don't know if I'll ever be the same. I think something changed. Yeah, Exodus, steal it. Steal it. Go steal my merch. I don't even have my own merch. 100K and a bad bitch. Instead, I got these drug habits. Thing I ever wanted to turn me into a savage. Yeah, I just tell her quit to asking. My life right now. Slow it down and speed it up and don't ask me what's in my cup and don't laugh because you to the past with a fucking butt. And I don't know if I'll ever be the same. I think something's changed. Thank you, Sean. I don't know if I'll ever be the same. I think something's changed. I fix the pain with the pain. Oh, sorry, guys. I can't talk to any of you. It'll just... people will say I like you. To ride on a spaceship, I'm craving some I can say. Still amazes me that I made it. Conversations with Satan and hazers about displacement, but I'm looking in the mirror. It's just me and I hate it. Don't ask me how I'm feeling again. I swear I'm amazing. I'm just trying to find this goddamn key to unlock the safe. But it's safe to say that I turn into something that they don't play with. I'm smoking emaciated, pacing around. Give me Zans and juice till I can barely walk. Until I can stand and talk. Cause I feel like rubber bands, they hit my hand too hard. I'm manic culprit, never cause I'm never caught. Number one spitter and in hearts. I'm always high, I'm never not. You know I'm nice, the ones who hating on me mad, they never was. I'll probably be mad too if my whole life. Yeah, you're alright. Bruh, that shit was weird as fuck. It's like fucking school all over again. I had like this best friend that was a dude, and like he was gay as fuck, right? But nobody knew, and he had only come out to me. Now everybody knows, so I'm not outing him or anything. He's gay as fuck. He's like married to a dude. But like this bro was like, everybody would say we liked each other, and I was like, bro, and it would like actually, it would start to piss me off, and I think that's why they did it. Almost like it was someone in alt. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Felt like an alt. Let me go up and see when that account was made, because now I'm curious. Just to feel like I'm flying. Feel like I'm flying. Trippy Trip? Oh, Trippy. That account was made a year ago, but that was the only comment they've made at all on this channel. And they spelled your name wrong, too. Like, some other people spell your name. Interesting. Nobody else spells your name that way. Interesting. I wonder who. Because we only have a few people who are in here. Yeah, it's good as fuck, Jim. Yeah, you'll just go scroll up. It's the one I removed and hid. You can't. You want me to screenshot it for you? Like their profile? That's what they said. Alright, I sent it to you. I don't know, you tell me, is it? I'll be asking the weirdest shit for real. And the live and alive itself, it did. My stream like straight up crashed. Like the whole YouTube app after I screenshot. Swear I'm a beer in a minute. Up too many drugs I can't even finish. Emo from China. Your email from China? Interesting. That's great. Really love that. for you. Right, Jim. That's what I'm saying, but whatever. Oh, there's something in my eye. I pull up like top gear, yeah. I pull up like top gear. You can drop the top here. You can give me top here. You can drop the top here. You can give me top here. 40 on me, nice gear. You can drop the top here. You can give me top here. I can count my clock here. It really don't stop here. Yes, I got my Glock here. When is it not here? Hey. Rifle like a wrestler, aiming at your head, more than a concussion. Fuck nigga, you dead. Ain't up for discussion. Treat my bitches like my money, I'm gon' keep them coming. Ay. Treat my bitches like my fans, I'm gon' keep them running. Ay. Feel like Brandon, no Lil Wayne, cause Amazon for it, really? Damn. IQ was 2. Interesting. I feel like I'm Batman. Had to lose Robin. I was still robbing. Still ghetto slapping. Still at the top with my niggas, we was mobbing. Real shit. I can't make this up, ho. Put your makeup on, ho. Cause you know I don't get his roast either. I have a whole Amazon forest in my V. So like animals? I'm not quite. Is it because it's wet? The Amazon rainforest? I don't understand. Unshaven. Oh, that's where you were with that. Okay. What? How would you know that? I don't talk about that. Who does my hair? I do, dog. I actually did it on stream the other day. It was fun as fuck. It's fire, I know. All I know is get the cash, pop a perk, go crazy every day, that's the motto. Yeah, I always do my own hair. It costed me like, I don't know how much. It's probably like $30 some, $40 some just to do my hair. Versus like going to the salon and paying like it would have at least been $200 to get this done. At least. If I want to bleach it, just make sure to do purple shampoo. And get a more blue-based dye, like a bleach from Sally's. Not the purple one, because it'll turn your hair purple. But just get the purple shampoo and don't leave it on your hair for too long after. Just word of advice. And that would take out any brassiness or redness, you know, or orange coloration. I'ma stay calm, count my commas. But if you want smoke, you don't load up llamas. I'ma stay calm, count my commas. But if you want smoke, you don't load up llamas. Yeah. Army on my side, bitch. All of us is heroes. We don't really got no sidekick. Posted up at hills, whipping up. I feel you. Just some advice. I would love one day to have like my own hair dye brand and shit. I feel like that would be so cool. That's what I would do. I wouldn't put out lipstick. I wouldn't put out mascara. Like, you know, maybe mascara, that'd be fun. But like, if I ever like got a brand deal type thing and like, or like could make my own anything, it would definitely be hair dye. What's up, Navy? Call it big dick energy. Call it tight pussy energy. Call it Amazon rainforest pussy. On my couch. That shit was so funny last night. I try not to say those words, you know. I'm not a dirty girl, you know. We don't do all that. Rainforest, bro. That's what it is. He said the Amazon forest, but not dog. It's the Amazon rainforest. See what you're trying to say. You're what? What do you want now, baby? That's why you need to eat something of sustenance. That's why I told you something more than an apple would be better. Top 3 movies? That's rough. Probably Super Bad. That movie is funny as fuck. Revolutionary Road was really good with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. She gets pregnant with their like 4th kid or whatever. It's Kate Winslet and Leo. I'm the best one I've ever had about time. Well, he's only 6 and he's not in school quite yet, so I don't really enforce it too heavily yet because he has insomnia, so it's not worth the fight every night because I don't win. Insomnia wins. We all know insomnia is gonna win. And I understand insomnia because I have insomnia, so I've had it since I was his age too, and that's why I try to be a little more lenient with him about things, you know. And I know he has ADHD too, so I just try to, I don't want to make life harder for him, you know. While still giving guidance. Like, you know, he still deals with the repercussions of staying up, just like anyone else. You're still gonna have to be up. Like, I'm not letting you sleep all day, like, type shit, you know? I can't hear you, hang on. Tell me what? She's upstairs asleep, baby. What are you doing? Okay, go in the living room and then because I'm gonna make your nugs. Hey, bring me the things your apple was in. Your apple was in. I need that. I hope it's microwave friendly. It's Tupperware. I'm gonna look at it at the bottom first. Let me have it. So it just has a microwave. It doesn't say it's not microwave safe. It just has a little microwave on the bottom. And then it has more little symbols, like it could be frozen, eaten out of. Interesting.
But no, we cannot take a picture. Bitch, I won't stop. Bitch, I won't stop. Getting to the cash, yeah, getting to the guap. She ain't worried about my sign. She just worried about my moon sign. She asking me about crystals and asking if it's true if I carry one at all times. She asking me about alchemy and ask if I've been cleansed. And my ask her why. She say you gon' find out when you sleep tonight. Hey, don't get rid of that point. I'm calling in my phone. I don't want to hear about him. He's irrelevant, and I'm up next. I got everything he wants, that's an upset. I can never give a fuck if I can. So no,
I'm back.
I don't care.
Were there adult brownies in that container? No. The fuck? Actually, I bought those for to make an incubator for gecko eggs, but then I bought a different one. All you had to do was flip the. It had a button on it that you could push, and it would like put air into it, like you could seal it that way. It's cool. So that's the one I used. Where's Eric? I have legit attachment issues, guys. Ooh, that's hot as hell. Woo, bitch. Bitch. Oh, bitch. Ooh. Hi. Yeah. You like that again, though, boy? I'll tackle you. Swear to God. Just trying to make sure you didn't get hurt. I yelled at. The fuck? I wasn't talking to you. Mind your business. Yeah, it's almost 4 in the morning. I have the most people here at night, though. Today I have like 3 people in my pad. Live your best life, Nick. I'll be awake for the next few hours. If not all day, because I slept earlier. Yeah, I'd be staying up. I don't sleep much. That's how Eric be. He be taking his medicine. You work at 3 p.m.? What does that mean? Do you work at 3 p.m.? I'm just surviving panic attack at the moment. Ooh, okay. We're here for you if you need. And I have to sleep when the baby sleeps. Yeah. God, Jim, that sounds like my boyfriend. Except he can sleep with his meds. But he be sleeping for hella long hours. There was one I legit he didn't hear from him in almost a whole day. Because he slept all day. I was like, bruh. Nobody sleeps for 21 hours. So she cried. On her thigh. That was forever. Yes, true. Let's see who's good. He's the best. He's Dosaveric in the chat. You've probably seen him. It does need to be bad. I sleep for like 13 hours sometimes. Yeah. If I really like, I don't know. I just wake up, ever since I was pregnant and had a newborn, I just wake up like every hour, every 2 hours. It's just like ingrained in me now. I think I have seen it. I'm just joking. We know. We know. You're good. If we thought you were serious, you would not be here right now, Adam. You're good. You're the guy who wants to die. What's your sign? Personality borderline. But I took her down and bent her spine.
Oh, this bitch recording. Crazy. Yeah, select, you know. Whole lot of games. Bow, grow, bow, grow, split. Select, select, hold up, select, blood, baby, this the blood. I don't use my hands, I let the blood. Twist the these and max and make you blood. I can make any nigga hit the trip, I'ma let my hip tuck. Put a 40 little diggy, gotta kill up, y'all.
I love you too. What do you want from me? You ever drink? Nah, I haven't drank in 7 years. Once I got pregnant, like, that was just it. And I never really picked it back up because, like, a year in, and my son was, you know, a baby. It's when I became a solo mom. So, like, I just never really picked up drinking again. I don't know why. Oof, that's the same as me, Navy. I'm sorry you have to go through that too. That shit's crazy. I fucking hate it. I take it you probably have panic disorder too, right? No, he's fucking good. Yeah, he's good as fuck. I wish you put something new out though. Like, I want a new Melly song. Shit to me, got to on me, got to on me. And MTD? What's MTD? I don't know if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, but... Yeah, I've got anxiety, I've got panic disorder. What? It's fine. It doesn't matter what your food's in. Yes, it is. I couldn't find them, so that's what we have to use. I can't help it, honey. Major depressive disorder? Oh, yeah. Nobody said it like that for me, like MTD, but I do have pretty bad depression. It's been better lately, but like still. So I started like my depression medicine, but the thing is I'm gonna be out of it, so I'm trying to get a new doctor. It's been crazy. Probably just gonna have to go back to my old one just to get the meds. Cause my one doctor, he fucking left, and he's in a different state now, so. Oh, yeah, then I guess that's what it is, Navy. I'm Lexapro like everyone else. No, I can't be on SSRIs. I'm on bupropion, personally, which is just, I forget what it's called. But that's what I'm on. If y'all know what that is, but then there you go. But they had me on multiple different SSRIs in a row, and my family doctor was like, okay, we need to figure something out because this shit's making you worse. Because, like, it would make my anxiety worse, and then it would make my depression way worse. And at the time, I was in a marriage that was just not good. It was slightly abusive, and she was just not the best person. I was on Zoloft then. And, I'll just be for real, I laid in the middle of the road, because I was in a whole state, like, I knew nobody, and I was cheated on, and, like, shit hit hard, and I had to stay there for a whole month with her dad in her dad's house. Like, it was crazy when she left to be with, like, a woman who was, like, 12 years older than all of us, and, like, well, almost 20, it wasn't just 12 years, it was, like, 16 or 17 years. So yeah, that was super fun, and, yeah, so it actually makes me worse, and come to find out, I had a genetic test done to show me what, like, psych meds or whatever, like, even ADHD meds, all of that, as to which ones would be the best, you know, with my genetics. And come to find out, I'm high risk for all SSRIs, every one of them. There's only like 2 or 3 depression medications that I can actually take. And bupropion was one of them, so they put me on that, which is just Wellbutrin, which is usually a medication that they give you to boost your depression medication or to stop smoking. But yeah, that's what I have. Duloxetine, yup, that's that. Zoloft. Or no, duloxetine is different. My mom's on that one. Hydroxyzine, yeah, that's just a fucking antihistamine. It's crazy. Well, Wellbutrin fudged me up. Wellbutrin, isn't it crazy how different our bodies are, like, with medications? That's why doctors, they, like, put you on a basis as the same as everyone else, and that's crazy. Yeah, Jim. I feel that. I need to be savage. New man said you shoot through the roof. Oof. See, the first, like, day I took it, it made me manic as fuck. Like, I felt high. And my doctor was like, that's just where your brain is lacking, like, so many good things. Like, just that first day of having that shit incorporated back into my brain made me feel, like, way different. And it doesn't do that now. And I stopped taking it, and even when I restarted taking it again, it didn't do it. And it was a higher dosage than what it used to be, so when I first started it. That's what sucks when I walked out, because I don't have any episodes, so I'm next to someone. Damn, yeah. That's understandable. Do you have, like, a pet? Because pets really help with that shit. My cat, she'd be helping me all the damn time, for real. I know that sounds crazy, but she really does. Two dogs and two cats. Oh yeah. They help, don't they? But not like a person would. I understand. Deluxe, yeah, that's why I said that's not Zola, because my mom used to be on that. I don't know if she still is or not. When she would go without it for a day because the pharmacy would fuck up or something, her brain would literally zap and she would have the worst thoughts. That's how I am. That's why I don't like taking depression medicine in general, because like if I'm even off by like an hour or two, I start feeling like these little brain like waves. It's weird. Like my brain will go numb for a second and then come back. Oh, Navy, I understand entirely. They help, but it can only help so much. That's what a lot of psych meds like that, depression meds and stuff do to you. Same, Navy. Like, they have to ground me, kind of. As weird as it sounds. My mom, she used to know just how to do it, too. She would start to talk to me, and she'd be like, okay, what color is the sky? And it would be blue, and, like, I would just focus on the colors and shit around me, and, like, that really helped me. So sometimes I still do that in my head. I'm just like, okay, what color is the sky? The grass is green. I am here, you know? Like, feet are on the ground type of shit. Yep. I'ma shoot your whole spot up from the floor to the floor. Yeah. That's your name, bitch. She told up. Couldn't even hit that bitch. I almost threw up. Damn. If I wanted to fuck your bitch, I could on the first day. So they never run around and nigga in the first place. If I up this shop, that nigga's gonna cause a earthquake. Same. My dad was and is. He's rough. Stop crying, your tears don't bother me. That's less than 6 months ago. Damn, Navy. I'm sorry to hear that. Same, Navy. I have attachment issues too, so I don't get attached to people. Yeah, it sucks. And it's to the point where my mom's not my rock anymore. Eric's my rock. He's like my only constant. Not even my family is. You know? There's just nobody really be there for me. And I realize that. Not even family. They just gather shit that they can use against me. Like in life, just like for arguments and shit. So it's like, why even say anything at this point? I'm just closer with him than anyone else in the family. I got a message from mom today about graduation. Dang, baby.
Sorry
to hear that.
like a switch or something, we turn them off a bit. Hey, yeah, like a knob or something, we turn it off a bit. Yeah, hey, used to run a trap with my brothers.
That's like my son, Jim. His whole dad's side isn't in his life anymore. They were until his dad did some fuck shit after we split up, and I had to make hard decisions, which was to not put my son in that scenario. Not that he even tries to see him or anything, so I don't have to keep him away, but I knew in my head that I would have to regardless of feelings, and you know, regardless of him being his dad, I knew that I had to do something for my kid's sake, and yeah. And so his mom and sister and whole family just basically were just like, well, fuck him then. They don't even tell him happy birthday or Merry Christmas. He asks me all the time. I don't even see my dad anymore. Because he remembers seeing him when he was 2. Still, and he's 6. It's just like, good question. I don't know how to answer it. So that one's rough. I feel like I made a lot of bad decisions, stop. Yeah, family is fucked. Family is not family. The only people my son has is me and my parents. That's all. He's never had anything else. The rest of my family is dead, or they live far away. So, and they're all distant, so it wouldn't matter even if they lived close. They're not even like family, you know? So, like, 5th and 6th family members down the line, 7th and more. I'm the definition of a bad bitch, so hard. I'm the definition of a bandit. Well, all I really had growing up was my mom's side. I had my grandma on my dad's side, and my uncle, and my aunt. That was it. Because all of his family was dead. And now that's the same with my family. My son. On my mom's side. And my dad's side. But my uncle and aunt are still alive. They're just distant as fuck. They do love Kai, though. They'll send him stuff for Christmas. So they do try, you know. They at least think of him. It's more than what my mom's family does. At least my dad's family cares. Because even my mom's brother doesn't send anything. My mom's sister, she did everything for this little boy. His first year of life. And then she died of stage 4 brain and lung cancer. So, y'all know how it goes. There were like 14 funerals in 6 years, bro. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have him. I just feel bad because I wish I could give him more. And it's to a level where I overcompensate and I do more than what's really even necessary. But I can't help it. I feel like I have to.
Somebody says that the Minecraft Steve in the game has a beard, and I was like, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. He doesn't have a beard.
Then why does Jack Black have a beard in the Minecraft movie?
Because he refused to cut it, it said. You took 2 edibles tonight? I wish I had edibles.
The Minecraft movie creators didn't want Steve, he actually wanted him to voice the piglin.
I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. You're so smart. How smart this little guy is. He's always teaching me shit. Did you know? No, I didn't know. Wow.
But why did Jack Black literally think that seed had to be here? Like, that's not.
Big facts, y'all. That's a mod. Xearthtoashley? Yeah. I just kind of assume so. Awesome, Sean.
And why did all the characters from, like, why did Jack Black even want to be in the Minecraft movie?
Why wouldn't he? You're getting something to snack on? I feel that. I'm about to get my Cheez-Its.
Yeah, but there's creatures that could literally.
Good morning, J-Man. So glad you're here.
When he dies every day in the Minecraft. I think he made like awesome.
I've never played Minecraft. My kid has. It was J-Boy.
Did you know that all of the Minecraft creators, like Jack Black, Jason, and Moa, all had to play Minecraft?
He does. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's a smart boy.
Like, they all had to play Minecraft. And why Steve's Roblox, Steve's Minecraft character looks as
Yeah, I can definitely help you learn. I love that. That's cool.
When emotional evidence or picture evidence comes in that a neurotypical person will react to, he will not react. And that is only because he has a physical disability. After hearing about Brian Koberger's autism and OCD, prosecutors in his death penalty case want their own experts to evaluate him, but it's been kept under wraps until now. I take a look at what prosecutors wanted and what they're getting, along with a big decision on whether Koberger's family will be allowed in court during the trial and how serial killer Ted Bundy could come into play.
Well, he idolized BTK
Welcome to
and
Crime
Ted
Fix.
Bundy.
I'm Anjanette Levy. There are a few new developments in Brian Koberger's death penalty case. Some are coming out of court, while others are coming from new reporting from an episode of Dateline NBC airing this week. More on that later. For a while there, we were getting a really good look at what was going on in Koberger's case in Idaho because Judge Hippler told both sides they need
Guys,
to
don't
be
leave.
more
I'm still going
careful
to talk to you
about
guys.
what
Just
they
because I'm
filed
listening to
under
this
seal.
doesn't mean I'm
Then
not going to
earlier
talk to
this
you
week,
guys.
Judge Hippler held a sealed, closed hearing where the public wasn't allowed in. It was all over the prosecution asking for a mental evaluation of Brian Koberger ahead of his trial. Jury selection in the quadruple murder trial is scheduled to begin in less than 3 months. It's a death penalty case, and that
That's a
makes
lot,
it more
J-Man.
involved, more complex, and there will be a lot of experts testifying about everything from DNA and his car make and model to cell phone evidence. But now prosecutors have asked Judge Hippler to allow their own expert to perform a mental evaluation on Brian Koberger as they prepare for a possible penalty phase in the trial. Brian Koberger's lawyers have said in recent hearings he maintains his innocence in the murders of Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Santa Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in November of 2022.
I'm watching some true crime stuff.
Those
It's
four
on Long
University of
Crime.
Idaho students were brutally stabbed to death.
If you guys want to watch
in
it
a
with
home
me,
near
it's
campus
Brian
in
Koberger
Moscow.
loses big as new evidence is
Investigators
revealed.
said
It's
they
about the
linked
Idaho
Koberger to
4
the crime
murders,
after finding a single
where 4
male DNA profile
college
on
students
the
were
snap,
killed. And
this part of the snap
yeah.
of a K-bar knife sheath that was left at the crime scene. According to Judge Hippler, the defense essentially has conceded that prosecutors should be allowed to have an expert evaluate Koberger since they had their own experts do the same. But the two sides disagreed on ground rules, like whether the defense attorney should be allowed to be there for the evaluation and whether Koberger should be tested for personality disorders. All of this is coming after Koberger's lawyers have tried unsuccessfully to get the death penalty stricken as a possible punishment for Koberger if he's convicted.
It doesn't
Most
matter
recently,
what
they
mental
argued
disorders he
autism
has.
spectrum disorder, and that should make him ineligible for the death penalty.
Because he has autism, he thinks because...
At a hearing last month, talking about why Brian Koberger's
I have
autism
ADHD.
spectrum
You think I'm gonna go
diagnosis
kill somebody
shouldn't be used against him.
and get away with that shit just because I have fucking ADHD? No.
probably 100 hours of interviews of people that Mr. Koberger went to school with at WSU. And of course, those interviews come just hours and days after the headlines hit that Mr. Koberger's been arrested in this case. And people that he went to school with, that he interacted with, had
Navy.
unkind things to say
He
about
swiped
him.
back so
And
fast.
a lot of their unkind things, when you understand them in the context of autism, the way he may stand in a room near a doorway.
I don't
the way
know
he may
anymore, Sean.
Look too long at a person. Their interviews are different when you know he has autism and you know the characteristics he displays. But those awful comments, those mean comments about him, if the state uses those as aggravators, that's using his autism characteristics.
How do I, though, and I don't know that this is a real thing, right, in terms of actual evidence. Let's say there's evidence that he harassed other young females. Okay, and I'm aware of no evidence in that regard. I just want to make that clear. I'm just using this as an example. And let's further assume that that in and of itself is somehow relevant to in a mitigation aggravation penalty phase. Your position is that's due to his spectrum disorder, whereas the state's view may no, that's not. That's his view of women and goes to motive, etc. And goes to his
I agree.
aggravation of the crime in some way, not because of Asperger's, but because of his views, his dislike, and how he responds.
That's exactly the problem, Your Honor. If the state and
Do you want me to weigh in and say what the factual findings are, that it's this and not that? And I'm not sure I can do that short from a jury instruction that, you cannot use mental health conditions as an aggravating factor.
The world can be a really unpredictable and scary place, and that's where our great partner Morgan & Morgan comes in.
I'm with the
firm has
judge.
more than 1,000 lawyers because they win a lot of cases. In the last few months, Morgan
has no plans whatsoever to use
in just 8 clicks. So if you're ever hurt, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/crimefix or click the link in the description and pinned in the comments. For their part, prosecutors said they had no intention of using autism against Brian Koberger.
The state has no plans whatsoever to use the autism during the penalty phase as any kind of aggravation whatsoever. There is no plan to put on students from the university to talk about their personal views of this individual. To be quite frank, if we get to a penalty phase, we have a lot better aggravating evidence than the fact that he has level 1 autism. And frankly, it's just not a persuasive argument to ask a jury to impose the penalty of death because someone has autism.
Exactly.
Koberger's request to strike the death penalty because of autism has failed. So let's say Koberger is ultimately convicted of murdering the 4 students. When it comes to the penalty phase of the trial, his lawyers will pull out all of the stops to present mitigating evidence to the jury, hoping they will spare his life. The initial expert report that was provided in the fact phase of Dr. Orr and Dr. Ryan, and Dr. Lewine's report was attached to our reply for the basis of substantiating that our argument is that this is a neurological, biological disability.
Nice,
We are not
Navy.
taking the position that this is a mental condition. Clearly in the state of Idaho, one of the guiding cases regarding mental condition.
Inconsistency there, because it seems like on the one hand you're arguing that his autism spectrum condition shouldn't be used as an aggravator, as a mental health condition. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be used as an aggravator, as a mental health condition. On the other hand, you're arguing is not a mental health condition under 207.
So I think that it's really important. I know that you grouped these 2 arguments together. This issue that I'm talking about right now has to do with the fact phase, the guilt phase of the trial. Everything related to aggravator is at a different a different
But
phase.
are you taking the position that it's a mental health condition as it relates to aggravation and not a mental health condition as it relates to guilt phase?
I don't think we've said anything about it being a mental condition as it falls under, 18207. We're talking about this being a neurological, biological disability.
Now, when Congress lawyers talk about 18-207,
Hey,
they're
Joseph.
talking about a statute in Idaho that says mental conditions cannot be used as a defense to any crimes. But that doesn't mean Koberger's lawyers won't use his autism diagnosis as mitigating evidence against a possible death sentence. Here's attorney Alyssa Massa talking about that possibility.
Imagine if you do not let this testimony in phase one of the trial, and the jury convicts Mr. Koberger. How angry and misled might those jurors feel when they learn in mitigation, where without a doubt this comes in at mitigation, that he has this disorder and it has them second guessing themselves. We must avoid that possibility.
Now, Koberger's lawyers haven't just said he has autism, they've also said he has obsessive compulsive disorder.
What's up, Blue
And they've
Mercy?
suggested he has coordination issues that fall under another disorder that would make it unlikely he could have carried out 4 murders in a matter of minutes.
In response to your Honor's question about, or observation that there's no evidence from an expert here that the defendant is incapable of committing these crimes, the response from the defendant was, well, yeah, that's right, which is exactly our concern because the defendant in his filings took what little was in the expert disclosures and then stretched it out to this conclusion that the defendant is incapable of committing the crimes when the experts don't say that. I mean, they are essentially creating an opinion that doesn't exist. So, Your Honor, our request stands. Certainly the evidence that's being proffered about his demeanor is not relevant. It shouldn't be admitted. And if there's an issue that comes up about the defendant on the stand and his appearance there, I think we can address that as it comes up. Likewise, if the state opens the door to questions about the defendant's behaviors, which we are not intending to do, we can address the issue at that time. So we'd ask the court to defer any kind of ruling on those hypothetical situations.
The OCD that the defense claims Koberger has could possibly become an issue at trial.
As for issues that relate to state of mind, it does depend on what the state offers. We agree with the state on that aspect. If they stay away from the issues regarding cleanliness and a missing shower curtain and speed in which the crime occurred and wearing gloves or showing him at various places wearing gloves with some sort of negative attribute that he is doing that to hide DNA as opposed to what's going on with his autism, it's our position that that opens up the door to the opinions that the experts have expressed.
Now, police have said that Koberger was wearing plastic gloves, kind of like these, and separating his trash into baggies when he was arrested at his parents' home in Pennsylvania. The defense says that was because Koberger has OCD. But back to the autism. Prosecutors indicated they will argue against Koberger's autism being a mitigating factor for the death penalty if the jury finds him guilty.
We understand the law. We understand that we're not to use his mental condition as an aggravator. We do, however, reserve the right to present argument as to if the defense chooses to present it as a mitigating factor, how much weight should the jury give it? And I think we have quite a bit of flexibility there to put on our own evidence as to what exactly this autism means. And so that if the defense tries to say this is the reason that you should not sentence him to death, then we should be able to argue this does not make up for the proper aggravation evidence that we put forward. I think not only is that the state's right, it's what the statute requires. It's what the Idaho Supreme Court has been very clear that a juror in this situation has to be able to do. It's their duty.
Me too, J-Man.
It's their duty to weigh the evidence, including any mental health or mental illness evidence, and make that ultimate determination.
So with all of these doctors evaluating Brian Koberger for the defense and diagnosing him with autism, obsessive compulsive disorder, and developmental coordination disorder, eating disorders, and a history of substance abuse, the state filed to conduct its own evaluation. On April 25th, the state filed a motion for exam pursuant to Idaho Code 18-207. The motion also asked for an extension of time to complete penalty phase rebuttal disclosures. The evaluation by the state will be used to rebut whatever the defense presents in a possible
Yeah, I'm about to
penalty
hit
phase
my
if
pin,
Koberger is
John.
convicted. The defense filed an objection to a lengthy extension of time for the evaluation. Now, after Monday's sealed hearing, Judge Hippler ruled the state's experts should be allowed to evaluate Brian Koberger within 7 to 10 days. Hippler wrote, "The court will allow counsel for both sides to watch the examination through a one-way video feed or some similar method
Sounds like
that
some
prohibits them
crazy,
from being seen or
some
heard
crazy
during the
person shit, maybe.
examination. Under no circumstances will counsel be able to interrupt the
Yeah,
examination."
fuck with that shit.
Hippler is only giving prosecutors a
Alright,
brief
Nick.
extension of time to file their expert opinion because the expert they had initially retained withdrew from the case over disagreements with prosecutors about counsel being present and personality testing. The state's expert will not be able to evaluate Brian Koberger for personality disorders. Hippler wrote in a footnote, "One of defendant's forensic psychiatrists, Dr. Eileen Ryan, concluded in her expert report that defendant does not have a childhood history of behavior that is consistent with conduct disorder or antisocial personality disorder in adulthood, nor does he meet criteria for antisocial personality disorder." Antisocial personality disorder used to be called psychopathy. Since Koberger wasn't evaluated for personality disorders by his experts, Hippler said there's nothing for prosecutors to rebut on that front. And Hippler said letting prosecutors go down that road with Koberger could possibly violate his Fifth Amendment rights and just open up a big can of worms. I want to bring in somebody who
What the
has
fuck?
prosecuted death penalty cases. He is Mark Weaver. He's also a former Deputy Assistant Attorney General out of the state of Ohio. So, Mark, we have a sealed motion here by the prosecution in Brian Koberger's case, and they're saying we want a mental evaluation of Brian Koberger, and they kind of mentioned that they might ask for this in last month's hearing. And it seems like this is tied to the possible penalty phase from what we're seeing. We, of course, don't have the motion because it's sealed.
I agree
but is
with
that
you.
what the feeling you're getting just from reading the case summary page?
First, let me just say that very few things should be sealed in court. There seems to be a lot of sealing in this case. I am certainly aware of the need for a judge to balance the Sixth Amendment right of the defendant to have a fair trial with the First Amendment right of journalists such as yourself to be able to cover this case. It just seems like there's a little heavy hand on the sealing, FYI, but let's talk about it. We can't peer into it because it's sealed, but it's important to remember that we have two phases in every death penalty case. We have the guilt or innocence phase, and then we have the penalty phase. And the rules for the penalty phase are much more wide open. Many more things come in as evidence during the penalty phase. So it's a good guess that what these
It says there's
mental
5 people in
experts
here.
are
Y'all
going to
suck.
examine the defendant.
Oh, no, it's
have
fine.
to
Never mind. I
say
take it back.
It's more likely to be relevant in the second phase, the penalty phase, than it is the guilt or innocence phase.
And I want to touch on that first point you raised about the sealing. You know, Judge Hippler, a month or two ago, a couple months ago, had said enough with the sealing. You can quit filing everything under seal. You can redact things. It should not be the norm. But now we're back to filing this stuff under seal. Why do you think that is? Because the judge had basically told both sides to knock it off, to redact things if possible. Now we've got this kind of super secret motion about asking for this mental health evaluation when this has already been kind of
Yeah, exactly.
discussed
That's what I'm
before.
saying, and I don't think he has
Yeah,
it.
it's
I don't even.
odd. I have represented judges who
And maybe he
sealed
does have autism. You
things
know what? Maybe
before.
he
I
does,
litigated
but
a state Supreme Court case for a
that's
judge
still
who
not
sealed
a
the
reason to
outcome
go and
of a
slaughter
particular
4
high-profile
people in
case.
their
So I understand the need
sorority
for it,
house.
But there is a countervailing need of
Like,
openness
it just
in
doesn't
courts.
make
We
any
don't
fucking
live in a
sense.
closed court society. Some countries have secret courts.
He does seem
America
very
doesn't. We have
weird.
open
Like,
courts. So I
He's,
only
I don't want to say
guess
weird.
that there's
He just
some
seems like a
something
weird
information
person.
in there
Not because of
that if
autism,
it came
but
out,
because he is
could
weird.
taint the jury pool one way or
Um,
the other towards this defendant, and judges are supposed to try
like
to stop
he
that from
gives
happening.
off,
I think
yeah,
some
like
of that
dark.
it's
Exactly.
pretty high standard.
He's got like this dark energy.
So let's talk now about
Quiet
the
down.
statute
People
that
are
keeps
sleeping,
citing with
Kai.
us. It's 18
Just because you're not doesn't mean you can wake
in
everybody
the state
else
of
up.
Idaho, you cannot use, you know, a mental health
Like in general,
issue
Nick.
as an offense.
This
And
Brian
the defense
Koberger
is
guy.
saying
They're
we're
trying
not
to say
trying
he
to
has
do that in this case.
exactly. That's not autism. That's a demon.
Autism spectrum disorder. They've also said he has obsessive compulsive disorder.
That's
and this
OCD
you know,
doesn't
other
make you kill people.
developmental
I
coordination
understand it can make you
disorder.
frustrated when
They've
things don't go
said
your
all of
way,
these
which can
things.
cause a rage,
So,
which I guess
you know,
like
they are going to now
I
because
don't
the
know. You know
judge has
what?
said, you know, they can't tell the jury in the guilt and
I don't know
innocence
what age
phase
he is, but the
that
doctor
he
says
has
I have
autism
80 of
spectrum
them.
disorder to
Same.
explain his demeanor and his flat affect and stuff like
See,
that.
that's why they're
But
trying
they
to
will be
describe his
presenting that
demeanor of being
in a
creepy
possible
and
penalty
by saying he has
phase if he's
autism. That's
convicted
fucking
as
weird.
mitigating evidence. They will.
They
be
gotta work.
presenting
Oh, they
that
gotta work on the way
information.
they word shit.
So,
They
are
really
we to
do. They
assume
gotta
from
work on the way they word
the
shit.
state filing a motion, you
That's
know,
too damn
seeking
much.
an evaluation of Brian Koberger that they want to somehow be able to counter that with the defense, because they also want an extension of time to file their penalty phase rebuttal experts. So are they going to have their own expert, if the judge approves it, because the defense is objecting to this, evaluate Brian Koberger and come up with their own evaluation about whether or not he has level 1, the highest functioning form of autism, level 1 autism spectrum disorder?
This is Rich. Imagine the defense counsel saying, we want our expert to examine the defendant and see whether he has mental issues, but we don't want the state to have that as well. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right to me. It seems like if one side wants to have an expert, the other side could have an expert. We call this the battle of the experts in law, and it's very common in civil cases, also in criminal cases. I've had my share of expert witnesses in the criminal prosecutions I've done. So it's very common for each side to have experts and exchange reports and offer whatever help they can to the jury to understand the issues of the case. With respect to the on the spectrum question, autism, the judge said that might come in if Koberger takes the stand.
Sure.
And maybe the lawyers need to explain why he acted a certain way, why he acted a certain way on the witness stand. I think what the judge said you can't do is try to use it as a way to explain how he might react in court while he's sitting at the defense table.
Exactly.
It's really just a backdoor way to try to slip into some form of he's not really culpable because he has autism. They made a similar case about why his mental social skills might be something that needs to be brought in. Where they even tried to use this as a defense against the death penalty, and the judge struck that down as well. I think the most likely use of all of this is in the penalty phase, where the rules are much more relaxed and all sorts of things can come in as mitigating evidence against the use of the death penalty.
How unlikely, and I know you practice in Ohio, but you know, this is a death penalty case.
Me
And
too.
so
What about
how
Ohio? This guy's
unlikely
from
or likely
Ohio.
Is it that if the defense has
The guy
all of
talking.
these experts with reports, and they've met with Brian Koberger, they've evaluated him, they say, oh, look, you know, we believe, you know, one of their experts said, we believe that he knows what's going on, he understands what's going on. Yes, he has autism,
He
but
does.
he, you know, has an IQ of 119, things of that nature. You know, the defense has tried to say they continue
He
to monitor his
understands.
competency. It sounds like he can be difficult to deal with. He seems
How would you
sees things in a very black and
tame
white
said
way. He
Pete?
doesn't see things in shades of gray. They've basically said it's hard for them to deal with him. How likely is it, or unlikely is it, that the judge is going to say yes to the state or no to the state, having their own expert evaluate him? I mean, is the judge going to say the state has to be allowed to have a psychiatrist or psychologist of their choosing meet with him to assess whether or not they believe he has autism or OCD or all of these other things?
We start from the premise that people who've been arrested for violent felonies tend to have odd, troublesome, or disturbing personalities. Not all of them, just most
Yeah,
of them.
dark humor's the
I prosecuted the
best.
child rape case just last week where the defendant originally
It's
told his lawyer
twisted
he was
to
going to take
me.
the stand, and then just as this lawyer was about to call him, he said he wasn't. You can see the frustration on the lawyer's face. So defendants can be difficult to work with if you're a defense lawyer. I understand that. That could be happening here. That's not a defense, and that doesn't mean you're not culpable for the crime. It just means they tend to be difficult. And I have some empathy for the defense
Yeah, this
counsel
guy
to deal
was.
with that. With your larger question about whether or not this expert will be allowed, there's two
He was
different
just
kinds of
there.
experts in a criminal trial. One is somebody who examines a set of facts and then offers an opinion. The other one is somebody who actually examines the defendant in this case, which is unusual. And so allowing someone to have access to DNA samples so both experts can look at it, that's rather common. Having access to the defendant himself, who has a Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. So having the government's expert is a little different. I do think the judge is going to grant it just out of comedy, just fairness.
Out of
It
comedy.
is different to have the state's agent, who presumably is going to
Hey,
tell the state
Megan.
everything he or she learns in that interview, to interview a defendant who
Oh
has
my
the
God,
Fifth
my
Amendment
back's
right to
hurting.
against self-incrimination.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that. Like that could be tricky. And so, would the defense attorney be present for that meeting, or at least maybe on the other side of the glass, or something like that?
Yeah, that would be up to the judge. It's also possible that the judge might order a filter team between the expert and the prosecutors. A filter team is an outside, typically lawyer, not always, but outside lawyer who's not involved with the state, who would filter out anything that might be something that's attorney-client privilege that's learned, so that whatever the expert tells the prosecution is something that relates to mental health and not to information that the defendant gave up as part of the interview that might be incriminatory.
Now I'm going to ask you to really speculate, because the state filed for this mental evaluation back on April 25th. The defense then filed an objection to it, and then the state filed a response. And then all of a
It sounds like
sudden,
Bud.
a sealed hearing, a closed hearing, which is really rare in criminal cases. I don't think people understand how rare it is. A sealed hearing pops up on the docket for Monday, May 5th. And it was going to be a remote hearing, sealed to the public. Nobody's allowed in. And is this probably related to this issue?
Perhaps. The notion that the filings were sealed suggests that the closed hearing might be related. But I want to echo what you just said. A lot of people who watch Law and Crime know that cameras are not always allowed in courtrooms. Certainly in federal courts, that's true. And in many state courts, judges don't let them in. And that's frustrating, but that's still an open court.
Oh my
If you
God, my
wanted to
titty
go to
got
that
stuck.
courthouse and wait in line and sit in the gallery, you'd be allowed to. The public is in there. But actually saying nobody from the public can be in the hearing, we see this in juvenile cases routinely because of the nature of juveniles. But it's almost never done in an adult felony case. And the judge must have a very strong reason for doing it. We don't know what it is, but it's troublesome that a judge would shut down what should be an open court hearing.
Yeah, especially when he's been very open about everything and sent something out telling the parties not to seal things. So it's been interesting to watch. Our next proceeding in this case is on April 15th, a pretrial conference. We believe that will be open to the public, and we are hoping it will be. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. Even the court minutes from that sealed hearing the other day, Mark, are
Careful.
sealed. So it would be nice to know just a little bit of information
Blasting
about what
off
happened
right
there.
now. Get it.
Yeah, May 15th.
Thank
should
you,
be an
Megan.
interesting
That was
time
real
to
sweet of
see
you.
what the lawyers say. Maybe they refer back to what happened in the other hearing. I will say this: I want to give a little credit to judges around the country. The death penalty cases are the most difficult cases they hear,
Sure.
and everything gets scrutinized on appeal. Most of my death penalty experience has been on the appellate side. When I was the Deputy Attorney General of Ohio, I worked on numerous appellate issues surrounding death penalty cases, and I can tell you they get scrutinized at the state level, they get scrutinized at the federal level in writs of habeas corpus litigation, and so judges are being extremely cautious to do nothing to disturb the case so that it won't be overturned on appeal.
Yeah, and we know there's been a major spotlight on this case. I mean, the It's been intense, the media coverage. We get it, but you know, it doesn't mean things should be shut down. Mark Weaver, thank you so much.
I can't
Appreciate
breathe
it,
for
as
shit,
always.
y'all.
Good to be with
Not
you.
through my nose, at
Now,
least.
remember when prosecutors wanted Koberger's family excluded from the courtroom until after those family members had testified? Judge Hippler says that's not happening. Hippler wrote, "The scope of the family members' proposed testimony is very narrow and is not necessarily tied to the testimony of other witnesses. Further, the family members were previously interviewed regarding the matters on which they will be questioned at trial. These prior recordings serve to protect against any attempt by the family members to mold their testimony based on how others testified before them. In addition, the
Explain how he might react in court while he's sitting at the defense table. That's really just a backdoor way to try to slip into some form of he's not really culpable because he has autism. They made a similar case about why his mental social skills might be something that needs to be brought in. But they even tried to use this as a defense against the death penalty, and the judge struck that down as well. I think the most likely use of all of this is in the penalty phase, where the rules are much more relaxed and all sorts of things can come in as mitigating evidence against the use of the death penalty.
how unlikely, and I know you practice in Ohio, but you know, this is a death penalty case. And so how unlikely or likely
Poor
is it
bleeding
that
eardrums.
the defense has all of these experts with reports, and they've met with Brian Koberger, they've evaluated him, they say, oh, look, you know, we believe, you know, one of their experts said, we believe that he knows what's going on, he understands what's going on. Yes, he has autism, but he, you know, has an IQ of 119, things of that nature. You know, the defense has tried to say they continue to monitor his competency. It sounds like he can be difficult to deal with. He sees things in a very black and white way. He doesn't see things in shades of gray. They've basically said it's hard for them to deal with him. How likely is it, or unlikely is it, that the judge is going to say yes to the state or no to the state having their own expert evaluate him? I mean, is the judge going to say the state has to be allowed to have a psychiatrist or psychologist of their choosing meet with him to assess whether or not they believe he has autism or OCD or all of these other things?
We start from the premise that people who've been arrested for violent felonies tend to have odd, troublesome, or disturbing personalities. Not all of them, just most of them. I prosecuted a child rape case just last week where the defendant originally told his lawyer he was going to take the stand, and then just as this lawyer was about to call him, he said he wasn't. You could see the frustration on the lawyer's face. So defendants can be difficult to work with if you're a defense lawyer. I understand that. That could be happening here. That's not a defense, and that doesn't mean you're not culpable for the crime. It just means they tend to be difficult. And I have some empathy for the defense counsel who have to deal with that. But your larger question about whether or not this expert will be allowed, there's two different kinds of experts in a criminal trial. One is somebody who examines a set of facts and then offers an opinion. The other one is somebody who actually examines the defendant in this case, which is unusual. And so allowing someone to have access to DNA samples so both experts can look at it, that's rather common. Having access to the defendant himself, who has a Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination, so having the government's expert is a little different. I do think the judge is going to grant it just out of comedy, just fairness, but it is different to have the state's agent, who presumably is going to tell the state everything he or she learns in that interview, to interview a defendant who has the Fifth Amendment right to against self-incrimination.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that. Like, that could be tricky. And so would the defense attorney be present for that meeting, or at least maybe on the other side of the glass or something like that?
What are you doing?
Yeah, that would be up to the judge. It's also possible that the judge might order a filter team between the expert and the prosecutors. A filter team is an outside, typically lawyer, not always, but outside lawyer who's not
just had it
involved with
right
the
here
state,
and now it's
who would
disappeared.
filter out anything that might be something that's
Did I
attorney-client
drop
privilege
the
has
shit?
learned, so that whatever the expert tells
The
the
gingerbread.
prosecution is something that relates to mental health and not to information that the defendant gave up as part of the interview that might be incriminatory.
Now I'm going to ask you to really speculate, because The state filed for this mental evaluation back on April 25th. The defense then filed an objection
The one
to
that
it.
lives on Drury
And then
Lane.
the state filed a response. And then all of a sudden, a sealed hearing, a closed hearing, which is...
Okay, I'm over this video. Do you know the Muffin Man? Country thug. I don't talk about what I do for a living because you guys will go and dox it or try to get me fired from jobs that I could potentially have, and I'm not going to talk about things. I've seen it happen on these lives, so I don't talk about shit like that. Yeah, why does it matter anyway? Does it matter to you that much? Who really gives a fuck? Do you have a job, country thug? Do you work? Or do you thug? Drug dealing isn't a job, country thug. People are annoying as fuck. We all have a little gangster in us, that's facts. One. Guys, hit that like button, it helps me. How do I get lipstick on my chin? You know what? I don't want to ask questions. What the fuck? Yeah, go to bed, Nick. Guys, hit that motherfucking like button. Just double tap that screen. Yo, we'll be here in a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna end this live stream because I've been on this one for almost 2 hours and start a new one here in just a few minutes, okay? I'll be back on here in just a little. Bye, guys.